Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year. Y'all might hear some blasts. People are practicing their fireworks. But by now, we all know that one of the queens of the screen, Taraji P Henson, is in the middle of an emotional crisis as we speak. She's been going through it after some tearful moments on the Color Purple press tour. She said that she's considering quitting. Y'all all know that. She's thinking about quitting the game, retiring, mainly because she says she always has to fight just to get a decent, fair salary. And she doesn't feel like she's being paid anywhere near what she should be earning. And this has folks pointing the finger right at Oprah. Now, Taraji is an A-list actress as far as I understand the definition. She's paid her dues. She's well recognized. She's done successful projects and she's a woman of impact, okay? She's beautiful. She does the thing. So you know she put it down in the Color Purple with a brilliant performance. But after those tearful moments during that promo tour, folks are talking more about Taraji's rumored beef with Oprah than they're talking about the movie itself. And it's actually Fantasia who's the star of the film. If you don't know, Fantasia Barrino is playing the lead role of Celie. We all know that the entertainment business can be a cutthroat game. Just listen to Terrence Howard, Taraji P Henson's former co-star during that Empire series. He's addressing a group of students about the business.
How many of you are interested in acting? None. Great. Maybe a couple of y'all.
So my question to you is, what advice would you have for someone who's trying to break into the entertainment industry?
You said it right. You said break into the business. How do you break into something?
Oh, well, enter the business if that.
No, you had it right. Because they don't want you in there. Everybody else wants that job. They're trying to keep you out. So you have to break into the business. How do you break into something? It's a little cunning involved in that. And there's a little violence involved in that. It's aggression involved in breaking into something. So there's passion involved in that. And that passion is what's going to drive you wherever you're supposed to be. I can tell you, oh, go over to, to 5th and Dunbar, and it's going to happen for you over there. It's not going to happen there. It's going to happen for you when you actively work in concert with your desires. So you want to be an actor? You don't go to Saudi Arabia. You got to go to LA or New York in the States, and you do your time there. And my thing is, I have no toleration for rivalry whatsoever. It's not black eyes and bloody noses for me. It's life or death when I'm in that ring. And that ring is the set and the stage for me. So I'm coming in there to dismantle you. I'm coming in there to take away any falsehood that you have, that you were carrying yourself with. I want to shake that up with truth, and to where you don't even know your lines afterwards, that you're just sitting there. So if you can't come in ready for life or death, you think it's a black eye or bloody nose, you will lose your life in that game. You go in there and you destroy them, and you break into the business however you have to.
Well, you heard that, man. We'll talk about Terrence Howard another time. But the game out here, it's rough. So, Taraji sounded the alarm about the people who were cutting her check throughout her career, complaining about her team's inability to get her the right work and deals and all that when they were wrapping up the Empire series. So this has been weighing on Taraji's mind for a long time. But the fact that Taraji tearfully complains right now, right on the heels of this Color Purple film project, which included Oprah as an executive producer and other producers. All of this chatter has folks believing that Oprah has something to do with it. And I'm just like, I don't know how true that could be. There are other producers that are on this project, including Quincy Jones and Steven Spielberg. But let's just go back to what Taraji said.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. you get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not, that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%.
That's right.
Okay? So do the math. Now we have $5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed.
Sometimes
not
more.
after what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So
You're tired.
I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
And what does it tell me?
And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. I think it's an important message for people to hear because we see the lights, camera, action.
And then
And
they
it's so
tell me we
glamorous,
don't
yes.
translate overseas.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough. This industry, if you let it, it'll steal your soul. But I refuse to let that happen.
Yes. There's a song in there about life can never break your soul or minute.
I have
you really
to.
do.
I
don't
have
want to
to.
gloss over that.
You should notice the voice of Gayle King, best friend to Oprah, well known that she's Oprah's best friend, said, we don't want to gloss over that. We don't want to rush past that. Even when Taraji continued to, you know, you could call it a rant, Gayle was just like, let's take that in. Let's listen to that. That's very important what you're saying. Gayle King gave her the space. You don't see Gayle, but I think we recognize Gayle's voice. And Taraji is really upset. I think it's really authentic, but I think a lot more is going on. And it does beg the question, why would her management allow her to agree to terms that are unacceptable? I mean, she is feeling this pain right now. And of course, she did Empire, and that wasn't that long ago. It just seems to be, there just seems to be much more going on than what we see on the surface. And it makes me wonder a little bit if maybe Taraji has been kind of sidelined, blackballed, because these are not cheers of joy. And this is the promotional tour for a classic film that's being remade. And, you know, another thing with these rumors about Oprah, you can see right here that there are other producers involved, and of course they have their production studios. There's a lot of people chiming in on what should happen with this film. This film has a big budget, and that kind of like makes it even more concerning that Taraji is so dissatisfied at this time. I don't think she's crying because of the years past. I think she's crying because of what's going on right now. They've been working on this film since 2022. So this is the project that she was devoted to. So there's a real possibility that there's a negative perception of Taraji. I don't see it because everywhere that I look, she's beloved. Maybe she's not everybody's cup of tea, but you can't take nothing away from her hustle. And to work at Taraji's level, you got to get paid. You got to get paid millions to work at that level, people, because it's just another tax bracket. And you got to demand that money. And it's true that we have disparities in pay. Lunel, the comedian Lunel, said that she believes that every woman in every industry, every area of industry is being underpaid. And for sure, entertainment, ethnic women especially. But honey, an A-list for me, an A-lister, you are in that elite club. If Taraji doesn't belong to that club, please let me know. Somebody step forward and let me know that we're all off base. But Taraji has fought. She won the game. She's achieved success, and that lifestyle costs money. And for me, it's like, you need those millions. You got to get paid. You can't be living in some random apartment, being a female, working on that level. You need bodyguards, just showing up on red carpets, just the dresses and the styling alone. And a black woman, please, the shoes, the jewels, the soirees, all this networking. And I'm not talking about a red rug. I'm talking about these real red carpets. That is a whole nother level of pressure. It's very demanding, and you have to be paid for that. You're honing up your craft. You're in another world when you're working on that level. Those serious film industry red carpets, anybody can throw out a red rug. I'm talking about those red carpets. Fantasia Barrino and Danielle Brooks, they've been working a lot in television and on the stage. They're kind of like the new dolls, the new dolls to film. And Taraji is like the OG. And I just don't know what's going on with Taraji's management. At one point, she said she fired her whole team after the way they mismanaged the success that she had after the Empire series. And you want to strike while the iron is hot when you have that kind of success. And they dropped the ball. And that's when 50 Cent said that he's there for Taraji P Henson. If she wants to work with him, he's there for her. So this current team, I don't know what's going on. There's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes, but I would have a checklist. I don't care what color you are as a female A-lister. I would have a list of things that just have to be in place before I even walk out of the house, before I even tap on my phone to answer your call, before I take a meeting. It's like, you got to be talking about a certain amount of millions. Unless this is just charity or something. I don't think Taraji's doing too much charity work as an actress. So, and it's not no friendship prices. There's just a certain amount of years for her to get all that she worked for, achieving that level of success. And I don't think you should apologize for it, because I know it can't be easy for her. It can't be easy for any of them, because like Terrence Howard said, they're not giving those spots away. So I just wonder, why not reject it? If they tell me, Miss Honey Baby, we just don't have the budget, I'd be like, then, oh no, darling. Okay, you will not be getting any friendship prices. When I have to show up on these red carpets, I may even have to go to the White House. And I'm sure there are other actresses that rejected the same parts that all these ladies are playing, because they had different ladies in mind. We'll talk about that another time. But Miss Taraji is a working actress with a successful track record. No, after all that sacrifice to get in that position, to be a household name and the work she did, no. I wouldn't be doing those friendship prices. This woman should not be feeling this kind of way, especially after the success of Benjamin Button. Now, that film grossed, from what I understand, $235 million. Taraji was not the Taraji that she is now, but after the success of that film, that should have been her calling card. That should have just made her stock and everything else go up. You know, when you do these films, like she had this successful run with Empire, I mean, you have to invest in your lifestyle. That costs for money. That costs for millions. It's another life. We're talking about a Hollywood lifestyle that goes together with that type of career. These ladies, Danielle Brooks and Fantasia Barrino, maybe they will continue in film, maybe not. But it's not like you do a film and then you can just go on tour and start rocking stages. It's different than having a musical career. And at the same time, in most cases, as a female especially, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered, even when you hit that top success, unless you are in the even upper elite class of actors that have these insane careers like Meryl Streep. And the men fare far better than the ladies. That's just the way it is. So you cannot be getting or settling for these pitiful, measly salaries? I'm sure it wasn't a pitiful, measly salary, but the math has to be right. I wouldn't raise my finger. An actress? Woo! See, but that's in my head. But again, I'm sure numerous women declined that role because they didn't select Taraji at first. Blitz wanted her. But those producers, I'm not talking about Oprah, there's a group of producers, production companies. There's more production companies than producers. So, I mean, come on. I would just laugh. I would laugh when you give me an offer that I'll just get out of town. I wish Taraji all the best. I don't think she's easy to replace. So there's a lot of support out there for Taraji. A lot of entertainers are chiming in to support her, like Keke Palmer talking about all the different things you got to do, like a hardworking Jamaican with 15 jobs. Still, it's a rough business with many critics. People would say that's life in the big city if you can't cut it, because it is that cold out there. You heard what Terrence Howard said. And the environment has a lot more cutthroat energy than this love fest you see going on. A lot of times that is not real. Y'all gotta know that. So when Taraji threatens retirement, I don't think she's easy to replace. The woman is a force. So I hope Taraji comes back with a new plan for 2024. And I wish y'all all the best in 2024. I got a ring in the new year. I will keep up with this story. And I do other stories too. I'm gonna get more on it. Please do also like, share, and subscribe. Until I see y'all the next time, keep living your life like it's golden. Peace. Happy New Year.